Well, thank you. So many things one could say. The first thing is that, as Wakako said, this meeting is coming in a very timely moment. Like in this very critical juncture in history, 2017, we now count on the tradition of learning of the Japanese people and all the movements which have been committed to peace, and we have a lot to learn from it in the current moment we are living in. So the first thing I would like to say is thank you to all of you, Sally, Sesto, Izumi, Wakako, to all of you who are committed to service to humanity, to protect the earth, and to all the people everywhere in the world who are committing their lives to defending the environment, to defending life, to protecting life in all its forms. So thank you from the bottom of our heart. If it was just you, if it was just me, just us, we would be doomed. Thanks God there is the force of life expressing itself in all countries, in all forms, and I think that's maybe our best hope. However, I think in this moment it's really not about us. It's not about us. Well, we are not this important in the current moment we are talking, and we all know that. Because as Sally was saying, now it's a moment, it is a completely new moment in the history of humanity. It's a moment in which we either make it or break it. We have an epiphany, a breakthrough towards a completely new level of consciousness, to a completely reorganization and redesign of systems, a new way of being. Or we know where we are, and we are on board of the Titanic. The good thing is that we are aware of that, and we see that coming. And I trust that we are going to find the peace and the courage, the serenity and the discernment to see that this civilization is old, is dead, is rotten. Coming to here, to Japan from Spain, we're moving up north, and we fly over the North Pole. And what I saw was devastating to me. It was like a huge swimming pool over which you fly for hours, not half an hour, like 2-3 hours, which is like a swimming pool with melted caps over there. So I said, like, there was no solid ice. It was all melted for hours of playing. I was like, God damn it. The little children we were seeing in the video, how are we going to look to them in the eyes and tell them this is the world we are letting you to grow in? The child that Yuka has in her womb, what are we going to tell this beautiful baby? Like, are we not able to be responsible for our actions? Are we not able to grow as adults and take responsibility for what is going on and saying, this system is dead. The origin of the end of this system is in our heart. It's an expression of a dead end. It is broken. It's torn apart, and the origin of the problem, it's in the heart. So the image I chose it's a representation of a traditional Japanese art which is called kintsugi, which is like the reparation and beautification of broken objects with gold. So it means metaphorically that from depression it can emerge joy, that from destruction and war, as the Japanese people demonstrate, it can emerge a culture of peace. That from the ashes of defeat a new culture can be born, and also from the ashes of this dying world a completely new thing can be born. And I think, like, to me, like, the goal in this play is peace. Peace is the thing that leads, as you were mentioning, peace is what leads to oneness. When there is a broken heart, where we're torn apart in our heart, there is no peace. Peace brings us oneness with oneself first. A community in which there is peace is in unity, and a humanity in which there is peace is a community in which there is oneness. And also, it's not just peace, it's justice, because in a plate like that, all pieces, small or big, are important. All are essential. Without the smallest piece in that plate, the plate wouldn't be complete. So this brings us to the divine spark in every human being. Right now, we need to unleash the full spectrum of human creativity, the gifts and potential for contribution of every single adult, child, elderly, of all countries. Can you imagine what it would be if in schools, in businesses, in administration, in all systems, like, the full expression of the full range of the creativity and human potentiality was allowed to be expressed? And I think also that culture of contribution, that culture of honoring the divine spark in every single human being and giving them the material conditions to live in dignity and to express their potential for contribution, give us so much energy, so much talent, so much, so for some people it would be, they can express it through medicine, through architecture, through building, through arts, through theater, through construction. That's why the range of human knowledge and of disciplines of arts is so vast. So I think that by honoring this culture of peace, by trusting that this is already happening, the force of life is expressing itself as a new consciousness everywhere. And this existential crisis, which we are facing, is letting millions of us knowing that it is the time to explore uncharted territory, that we still have some 10, 15, 20 years in which we can be uplifted to a completely new level. And what I see here is that there is a very strong field happening, taking place. I say there is a vision, a unified vision for a new civilization. I trust it is emerging. I see it everywhere. It's not dependent on our individual wills. It's the force of life expressing in many different forms. And I hope we make it. I think we will. Thank you.